Hello students, welcome to the channel Let's Be Creative Edu channel. So today we'll be doing the solved question and answer of the chapter The Indian Constitution, Class 8, Civics book. Answer the following questions in brief. The very first question: what is called a constitution? Answer: a written document in which we find constitutive rules formulated through consensus is called a constitution. Moving on to the second question: what is democracy? Answer: democracy is a form of government in which we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power responsibly on our behalf. Moving on to the third question: is it necessary for all countries that have a constitution must be democratic? Answer: no, it is not necessary for all the countries that have a constitution must be democratic. Question number 4: what do you understand by monarchy? Answer: monarchy is a form of government in which a person, the monarch, is the head of the state until death or resignation. Monarch means king. Okay? Moving on to the fifth question: in which year the National Congress made the demand for a constituent assembly? Answer is: in 1934, the Indian National Congress made the demand for a constituent assembly. Question number 6: when did the Constituent Assembly drafted a constitution for independent India? Answer is: between December 1946 and 1949, the Constituent Assembly drafted a constitution for independent India. Now answer the following questions in detail. Question number 1: what purpose does the constitution serves? Answer: the constitution serves several purposes. Point number A: first, a constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. It helps to serve as a set of rules and principles that all persons in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. Point number B: the second important purpose of a constitution is to define the nature of a country's political system. In democratic societies, the constitution often lays down the rules that guard against the misuse of authority by our political leaders. Second question, point number C: the third significant reason why we need a constitution is to save us from ourselves. The constitution helps to protect us against certain decisions that we might take that could have an adverse effect on the larger principles that the country believes in. Okay? Moving on to the second question: mention two key features of the Indian Constitution. Answer: the two key features of the Indian Constitutions are parliamentary form of government. It upholds universal adult franchise. These entail the fact that people of a country play a direct role in electing their representatives to run the state as well as the nation. Point number 2: fundamental rights. These are often referred to as the concerns of the Indian Constitution. It protects citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. There are more key features of the Indian constitutions like federalism, okay, secularism, okay. As the question is said 2 key features, so I mentioned only 2 key features, okay. Moving on to the third question. State the 6 fundamental rights in the Indian constitution. So we all know that there are 6 fundamental rights in the Indian constitution, and every individual has their birthright, okay, to these 6 fundamental rights. Now let us know what are these. Answer: the 6 fundamental rights in the Indian constitution are as follows. Number 1, right to equality. All persons are equal before the law, okay. No person can be discriminated on the ground of religion, caste, sex, okay. Everyone is equal before the law. So this is point number 1. Point number 2, right to freedom. All persons enjoy right to freedom of speech and expression, the right to move freely and reside in any part of the country, the right to practice any profession, occupation or business, okay. Third fundamental right, right against exploitation. The constitution prohibits human trafficking, forced labor and employment of children under 14 years of age, okay. Fourth fundamental right, right to freedom of religion. Every citizen has the right to practice, profess and propagate the religion of their choice, okay. Fifth fundamental right, cultural and educational rights. In order to preserve and develop culture, the constitution states that all minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their own educational institutions. Sixth fundamental right, right to constitutional remedies. This allows citizens to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state, okay. So this is all about the 6 fundamental rights in the Indian constitution. Moving on to the next question. Why does a democratic government need a constitution? Answer: a democratic country needs the constitution because, point number 1, in a democracy, people choose their representatives and the leaders might misuse their powers. Constitution provides safeguards against this. Point number 2, in a democracy, the constitution ensures that the dominant group does not use power against less powerful groups. Point number 3, the constitution guarantees fundamental rights to the citizens for their social, economic and political welfare. Moving on to the last question. What would happen if there were no restriction on the power of elected representatives? Answer is: if there were no restrictions on the power of elected representatives, then, point number 1, these leaders or representatives might misuse their authority. Point number 2, this misuse of authority can result in gross injustice and mismanagement. So this is all about the short and broad answer type question of the chapter The Indian Constitution, Class 8 Standard, Civics portion. Friends, if you like the video, please subscribe my channel, Let's Be Creative Edu channel. Your support is very much needed. That's all. Thank you.